Hey y'all, it's me Azalea. You're watching my YouTube channel, Azalea's Way. I am so excited about today's video. It is another throwback video. These have been so fun for me to go back and make. And today is a clean with me throwback. And so all the videos in today's video were filmed years ago when my eldest children, Tom and Zinnia, were itty bitty, and we lived in the downtown apartment. Single mom life. And these are me cleaning in that downtown apartment. Now the thing is I've been through this whole big divorce and mental health crisis, and really I guess it was kind of like an early midlife crisis, but I healed myself, healed my spirit, healed even my body through this mindfulness and simplicity that really kind of centered around cleaning my tiny little apartment, decorating my tiny little apartment, purging myself of my worldly possessions kind of one by one, getting down to essentialism and making things really pure and intentional. Y'all, for years, I washed every piece of our clothing in the bathtub and hung it up to dry. I washed everything by hand. That was some conscious awareness. And y'all watch these videos. I found a path to healing through this simple living. Now, y'all, I look a little different back in the day. Different hair. But really, it's the same old Azalea. Like, these concepts are the same ones that I'm preaching to this day. And from that point in time, I did save money, and I did end up buying a fixer-upper for a debt-free home. And I still love to clean, and I still love to get rid of stuff, and I still love simplicity. And I like to go back and listen to myself back then, because it keeps me true to my heart, because this is still my true path. And it's nice to be dedicated and find your way the way I did back in this little apartment. So y'all know, look, y'all, it begins with my very first clean with me video I ever made. Check it out. Welcome to my very first clean with me video. Dishes. I get really emotionally, physically, mentally bogged down by mess and disorganization, an excess of belongings. So this whole weekend, while the kids have been away, I normally do my deep clean and organization, and I just felt bogged down. We just had accumulated a little too much stuff. So if you ever feel like you can't get your house clean, or you just don't feel like doing it, you have too much stuff. You have too much stuff. This has been a revolution in my life, realizing you should be able to clean your house, or you have too much stuff. So yesterday and just the whole weekend was pretty much wasted because I had too much stuff. And so yesterday I tackled this black hole of energy, which is a cluttered, disorganized pile of stuff in a closet. So I tackled the kids' closet, and I got a lot of trash out, got a lot of things where they should be, found something my son had been looking for, and I'm talking just like a plastic tote of stuff, a large plastic tote. That's a black hole right there of energy. And I used to have a whole house or a whole basement full of that stuff. So life is better now that I have realized less stuff. So yesterday, even though I couldn't clean, I, late at night, took all of my recycling to the recycling bins, because that's a pile of stuff. I took all the recycling to the recycling bins, and I took a couple of large items to the thrift store, and I had eliminated enough stuff from that closet situation to take the plastic tote filled with some various odds and ends to the thrift store. So I got all of that stuff out of my environment. And then today, sure enough, I did have the energy, motivation, lift of weight off my shoulders to get in there and do the dang dishes, you know? So I'm gonna clean the rest of the house, and I've got to do grocery shopping today. Entranceway collects stuff, and the purse stuff. So I've got my box here for dry compost stuff, my browns, my carbon-based things. So little tissues and bits of paper that aren't saturated in random dye get torn up and put into that box to go to compost. My school bag for Tom's homeschooling that I carry to the library each day. So I'm just gonna kind of go through this stuff. If you ever read about feng shui, like your entrance is, I mean, that's where you walk in. That's where the mood is set for the home. So I'll clean this up. You guys, now I went through all of my papers, and when you're homeschooling, there's a lot of paper. I really would like to find like a used chalkboard just for like a little bit of the handwriting work. But so there's a lot of paper, and so I compost a lot of it, but then like these have a lot of space like left on them. So I'm gonna just use some scissors and make them into a little more of a neat piece of paper. Put them into our homeschool binder that we carry to the library, and that's what I'm going to use for some of our handwriting and notes and whatnot. So I'm going to reuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's how we save the world, but you do it in those orders. You don't jump straight to recycle. You jump to reduce, then reuse, last resort, recycle. Recycling is the last resort. So first reduce, then reuse, then recycle. It's in that order. It's an ordered situation. Nice little stack of scrap paper for our binder. The old run around, put everything where it goes, tidy up thing that we all must do. I think my vacuum's clogged. I'm gonna like clean out my vacuum. That's something I do pretty regularly anyways, like clean the vacuum. Hairs and strings get wrapped around the brush here, so it doesn't work at its optimum capabilities. Cut them, pull them out. Lord, y'all, it turns out my vacuum hose was clogged. Look at all the stuff that came out of it. Now, on to the vacuuming. To wipe down some surfaces. This is not what the bottle says it is. I recycled this bottle, reused it rather, and I've been using it since I lived here, this same squirt bottle. And I buy a big gallon jug of white vinegar. I'll probably do this much white vinegar, water, a squirt of biodegradable soap, and right now I have cinnamon essential oil drops in here, about 10 drops, I guess. Gives a little scent. I like a nice scent. Sometimes I use mint because I like that. Lavender, whatever. Anyway, because I'm using this as my cleaning agent and my paper towels, I can safely just put my paper towels into my compost pile. Last thing I'm going to do for today's video is take my dry paper composts down to my compost pile. So come watch me do that. Welcome to my YouTube channel, WayCrunchy. My name's Azalea, and today I am doing a weekend deep clean with me video. So when the kids are away, like every other weekend, it's my time to play catch up. It's my time to get any kind of deep cleaning done. It's my time to get ready, back prepared for when they come into our space. And preparing your space for you, for your children, it's a way to use enchantment and good vibes to curate your home, to declutter, to bring order in your mind. Anything you do for your environment, you do it for yourself, you do it for your kids. If you're having trouble in your life, one of the first places to look is your environment. What can you get rid of? What is not serving you? Let's get to it. First thing, my little space rugs I am washing. I wash all of my clothes in my bathtub, and I'm giving my rugs a wash in the bathtub now. I'm just going to rinse them out, and I'm going to put them out in the sun to dry. Time to do the tidy up in the living room before we get into any big cleaning. One thing I famously leave for when the kids are at their dad's is cleaning out from under and behind the couch. It is a magnet for children's stuff under there. Let's take a look. Now that I got everything cleared out of there, I'm dust busted, I'm just gonna give a quick spritz and wipe down with a white vinegar, water, and essential oil solution, because when I clean the floors later, I won't have to worry about moving the couch and cleaning under there. Let's get that out of the way. Feels good. All those stagnant vibes, those little dust bunnies, we've just wiped them away. Now I've done my eco-friendly clean with me videos and I've told you about what cleaning products I use, good for the environment, and this is a new one that I've started doing. I miss like the room mist, freshen up. I do have a oil diffuser with the water mist, you know, but I have a room spray that I use on my fabrics. So in here I have witch hazel, water, and a healthy dose of an essential oil blend. I think I did rosemary, frankincense, and lavender. So this will be really great for my room. I will just go over after I'm done cleaning just to give it that nice little extra freshness and just mist my curtains. It does get both sides. It's a nice like light mist so it dries quick. Love it. Get the couch, little pillows, get the bottom. Loving it. So I'm in my super clean living room. It feels really nice. It smells good. There's no grit on my feet when I walk. Nice clean floors. And my house just doesn't have that serene, clean feeling I like it to have. And even though I've gone through it and I've cleaned up and it still doesn't have that feeling, what is it now time for me to do? Like, you clean your house, but it still doesn't have that, you know, I'm home, I'm comfortable, my brain can relax, my face can relax. No. So when you get to the point where you've cleaned your house, it feels clean, but it's not quite there. It is time to do two things. Number one, deep cleaning projects. I know I need to take my fans apart and clean them. I like to give Tom's Legos that he plays with every day of his life. Sometimes they need a deep clean. And so I have these deep cleaning projects that have to be done. Number two, declutter and minimize. You have got to declutter and minimize. It's a never-ending process. If you go through and you KonMari your whole house, guess what? That's not the end of the road. You have to constantly go through and re-edit, especially after holidays, after birthdays. You have to constantly go back through and go through it again. Another deep cleaning project. I know I need to deep clean this dog and give him an exfoliation. So deep cleaning projects and decluttering's next on the list. Love you guys. Welcome to another Clean With Me video. Hand wash all of my clothes with biodegradable soap in my bathtub. I do a wash cycle. Generally that's all I do is just one wash cycle in the tub and then clear water rinse, and then I squeeze them out and hang them to dry outside. I'm doing this first because drying in the sun is time sensitive. You only have but so much daylight, so I need to start with this now because I need the sun. I'm sort of fairly caught up on our clothes. Definitely you want to kind of have a minimal wardrobe and be conscious of how dirty something is if you are hand washing. So it's a way to make your whole life more conscious. Right now I'm going to wash just our bath mat and one of our little rugs and get them out to dry in the sun. You can smell the sunshine on the clothes. I'm going to fill up this empty bottle with water and rinse all the dirt that has settled to the bottom of the tub out and down the drain. I actually used to use paper towels to clean out the bathtub after I did a dirty load, and then I would compost the paper towels, but that was so silly. That was so silly. I can definitely make my footprint smaller by just using a bottle of water. And one bottle always does it. I just, you know, brush it with my hand, put a little water, brush it. So you might be thinking, poor thing, get that girl a washing machine. No. In a world where a washing machine is a priority and having an enormous amount of clothes that you couldn't possibly wash and clean all by hand that you're wearing and throwing into the dirty clothes pile when it's not even dirty, that's where the world is literally going to end. Like, that's part of it. The big problem with living in a way that is not sustainable for the planet Earth to continue living. The earth is alive. God, no. No. Fossil fuels are gonna run out anyway, and so we'll see what kind of energy sources your town has, but you don't need it. Like, I don't need the electricity that a washing machine would take. I don't need the multitude of resources an enormous amount of clothing takes. And I don't want to live in a way where I'm completely disconnected from what I have and what I'm doing, where it comes from, where it's going, and what effects it's going to have along the way. I don't want to live disconnected from who I am and what is on my body. I want to know. I want to be conscious. I'm telling you, hand washing my clothes has been a transformative practice. It's meditative. It's actually kind of good exercise. It's, I don't know, it's a part of my day I look forward to. You know, I don't maybe watch as much TV as some people do. I never play games on my phone. I never play video games. So, time to rinse, cycle, yeah. Now I'm going to put what laundry we do have into a hot soapy tub to soak while I'm washing the dishes. My kitchen's out of control. It never normally gets this out of control, but it's been a hard 2 weeks. Busy 2 weeks. So let's get started with dishes. Alright, dishes are mostly done, and now I'm going to come in here. My clothes that were soaking in hot soapy water I'm going to scrub them now. Scrub them and rinse in the water. Hey everybody, it's me, Azalea, and you're watching my YouTube channel, WayCrunchy. Today I'm doing another eco-friendly clean with me video, and I'm talking just about what cleaning products I use and how I make my own recipe. If you are beginning your eco-friendly journey, or you're into your eco-friendly journey, one of the biggest things I can say is that you cannot truly get into being eco-friendly without also coupling your eco-friendliness with minimalism. We reduce, we reuse, we recycle, and it goes in that order. First we reduce. So when I clean my house, I Use very few things. I'm not going to buy an earth-friendly room spray, an earth-friendly toilet cleaner, an earth-friendly tub and mildew cleaner, earth-friendly floor cleaner, earth-friendly all that stuff. No, you just need basically one thing, 2, 3 things. Soap, baking soda, and vinegar. That's the basics. Soap, baking soda, and vinegar. Okay, this is my all-purpose cleaner in a bottle that I snagged from my mom's house, something that she was emptied out. So I've been using this for at least a year. It's sturdy. Not really a disposable item, but you know, it's sold as a disposable item. Okay, so I've got this, and I fill it up, and I refill it, and I refill it, and I refill it. And inside of here, I have vinegar, soap. I either use my 7th generation, or I use some of my Bronner's Castile soap. Just 1 squirt of soap, halfway vinegar, and then I usually put a little bit of an essential oil. The scent is up to you. Here's some cinnamon, here's some peppermint. Both work great. I am a fan of lavender. I throw lavender drops in. You can look at the different properties of essential oils. It only takes a few drops to really add a great scent to your house. Easy, minimal. It's vinegar and soap and essential oil. That's it, y'all. That is it. So I've got maybe 10 drops of essential oil in here, 1 squirt of soap, half thing white vinegar, water, half thing of water. I use this for windows, streak-free shine. I use this for mirrors, streak-free shine. I use this for my entire floor of my house, on wood, on tile, on linoleum. I use this on painted walls. I use this on my tub. I use this in my toilet. That's it, y'all. My kitchen counters. That's it, y'all. My refrigerator. That's called minimalism. That's called eco-friendly cleaning. That is my miracle cleaning product I use for everything. Now, it's one more thing I use. Baking soda. This is an occasional sort of cleaning thing, okay? So let's say I haven't cleaned my toilet in a while and it's got kind of a film. I might put this in before I brush it because it adds grit, but it also adds freshness, a little scrub in the toilet. So I spray this down, and you know, vinegar and baking soda have a nice bubbly chemical reaction. It's always fun to watch. Fresh. I use vinegar, my vinegar bottle solution, and baking soda to clean that baked on black stuff inside of an oven. The oven when I moved into this apartment was disgusting. How did I clean it? Baking soda and vinegar. And you can let it sit for a while. You liberally use a whole box of baking soda if you've got a crazy dirty oven situation. And then I sprayed this on it until it got wet and was making that chemical reaction, let it sit, and then clear it out with rags or paper towels if that's what you're gonna do. And then you just elbow grease. And if it doesn't all come out, repeat. No toxic fumes. Oven cleaner is one of the craziest toxic fume situations. I've been in a house where oven cleaner was being used and I felt like I was getting physically ill, because I'm sure I was getting physically ill. Okay, baking soda. What else do you use baking soda for? If you just want a room to be more fresh, like somehow it's gotten a little funky, you can put this all over carpet and just let it sit. You can put this in the upholstery of a car, just let it sit. Put this on your mattress, let it sit. Only do that if you've invested yourself in a nice high power vacuum that can suck it up. And when it sucks it up, it's going to suck up dirt and unpleasant aromas. I keep a box of this in my refrigerator. I keep a box of this in my freezer. If you want extra power of baking soda for odor absorbency, then what I do is I take a pie pan or a baking dish, or you could use a box top, and I open this up just to give more physical area of the baking soda being exposed, and it soaks up more unpleasant aroma. So that's all you got for aroma. Now, for me, I don't do mop buckets. I live in a very small space, which I recommend, and I don't think I'll ever go back to living in a large space. I spray the floors, so I don't do a mop bucket anymore. Now, dishes. This is a vegetable brush. It's marketed as a vegetable brush. I got it at Target, and it's wood and natural bristles. And I've been using it for about a year. And I didn't buy more plastic. This is a great soap, 7th generation. I've used other dish soaps, but this one is more affordable than some of the other eco-friendly options, so I just keep coming back to it. Guess what? This is what I use for my dishes. If I get something really baked on, I don't buy a Brillo pad or anything that's got chemicals in it. I use a fork, not a fork, probably a knife for scraping, or the edge of a spoon. I use my hands. I use scraping, elbow grease. Okay, so that's my dishes, that's my house. Laundry. What do I use for laundry? Gets the clothes so clean. I do my laundry in the bathtub. I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of soap squeeze. Slosh it up in the hot water. I do a wash. I do a rinse. I put my clothes in the sunshine. The sunshine is part of my cleaning arsenal. The sunshine and the fresh air is one of the most valuable cleaning resources, also free to us. I dry my clothes in the sun, and that's not just to get them dry, it actually cleans. One of the things when I used cloth diapers on little Tom and Zizi's butt. Look at little baby Z's little diaper butt. And Tom, those fuzzy buns lasted all through both children. You're breastfeeding, your kids have these crazy yellow poops when they're, exclusively breastfed, and it can actually stain cloth diapers. And I wash them, they're all clean, and then you put them in the sun. They still got that yellow stain. The sun takes the yellow stain out. It's a little diaper tip. But I sun all of my clothes, and it adds cleanliness. And this isn't scientific, y'all, but I can smell the sunshine on my clothes. I just can. Like I say, I've been using the same dish brush for a year. I sometimes wash it with warm soapy water, spray it with vinegar, and then I sit it in the sun on my porch for a while just to keep it clean, just to keep it fresh. When I clean my house, every 2 weeks I do a deep clean. It is a ritual, and it is me charming my life with good intentions and good vibes and cleaning out the negativity. It works on a mental level, and it works on a physical health level. Cleaning, developing a set time where you're not rushing through it, you're not hating it, you're taking some time to prepare your environment for the life you're living is awesome, and you're not filling it with more toxicity. You got soap, you got baking soda, you got vinegar and the sun.